How you interviewing me on my mics though?
I mean, we're in your studio, Hot 97.
I wasn't prepared. I didn't know.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know. Normally these interviews, you know, they bring a camera in, we sit, we chop it up. And that's it. They ask me some questions. We move on.
Yeah, this is 50 related.
Yes. I didn't know I was helping 50, and this is 50.com create content and not getting a check for it. I mean, niggas ain't put me on Power. 50 don't even barely like me, and I'm building content for his site. Look, man, my name is Ebro. I work on Ebro in the morning, Hot 97. And this is 50. Shout out to everybody over there. We talked a lot of shit today. It was a good time. Make sure you get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com Summer Jam.
You once said that he's responsible.
He is
for destroying New York hip hop. How is that? How can you make that claim?
Because I made it to his face.
But how? What did he do?
Because the fact that he had beef with everybody, right, caused New York not to want to work together. And when New York wasn't
one person can cause a whole city not to work.
It was very divisive.
Divisive
because he was so big. He was so popular.
How about a lot of the artists weren't putting out a lot of great quality music at that time?
There was a lot of people that 50 was so popular, and he was co-signed by Eminem, who we know is massive.
Understood.
And also had Dr. Dre. Two of the biggest people in hip hop, okay? 50 and then 50 Cent had the biggest album in hip hop, right? Coming out of New York. This is 2003. Yes. You were coming off Ja Rule, right? If anybody did a song with Ja Rule, 50 had a problem with him.
But Ja Rule also tried to blackball him.
No, I understand that. Yeah. I get their problem.
Yes.
Like, I'm full respect for that problem.
All right.
And I don't blame 50 for having a problem with Ja Rule. The fact stands that the inability of New York superstars to work together at a crucial time when we had a pop star making music, right? At that time, New York began to fall off. Other things were happening too. The internet was coming on. Labels didn't want to sign New York artists because they didn't want them beefs coming on their doorstep. True. Even today, right now, it's hard for a New York artist to get a record deal. And the record label's right up the street. The reason you can't get a record deal is because the record labels have been burned so many times by getting extorted by street niggas in New York.
Well, clearly,
right? Getting punked in clubs. So they like, why do I even want to deal with this bullshit?
You've been making a lot of headline news. Where do you stand with you and Charlamagne as of right now?
We good. Like, he doesn't like me because I call him a coon. He doesn't like that.
Why do you call him that?
Because I take issue with you getting next to the lady that was on the internet. I forget her name, but
Tommy Lauren.
Yeah.
Tammy.
Didn't she get something. But she eventually got fired from a position.
But I felt like the reason that he was wanting to stand next to her or whatever is because she had a large following and whatever. I'm not a person who wants to convert people into my ideas. That's not who I am, right? Like, if you and I disagree, I'm fine with that. I don't give a shit, right? She wanted to compare the Black Lives Matter movement to the KKK. She wanted to, trash Beyonce. She wanted to say all these things. Me and her don't got nothing to talk about for me. And I'm not going on her platform, and I'm probably not inviting her on my platform just for entertainment value because I take those things serious, right? And then there was a video of him with her talking about, and all black dicks matter. They giggling and shit. And I'm like, yo, that's some serious cooning right there. You're falling into the real black male stereotype dick joke standing next to the blonde white girl, right? That has this history of saying these things. Like, I'm not cool with that. Doesn't mean I don't even know Charlamagne as a person. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw him and I stepped to him because I was requested to take a photo with him, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm bigger than that. Like, I don't care that me and you don't see eye to eye politically or over a certain topic or I called you a name. It's fine. Let's take this photo for the Colin Kaepernick event to show solidarity and black men that can be above some bullshit, right? He didn't want to. So
from his point of view, can you understand where a person from a competitive company is constantly, well, not constantly, but drilling him, defaming his points of view, the way people, his perspective. And
I don't constantly do anything. I've hit him a couple of times.
I crack jokes. But this platform,
he can't handle it? What y'all saying? He can't handle it?
I don't know.
He can't handle it? He talks a lot of shit. What, he's crying now? What, he's sensitive?
I mean, I'm just giving a different perspective. I wouldn't say he's sensitive. I've been around. I don't think he's sensitive. But would you want to be around somebody saying, fuck you, bro? He's fuck.
I never said that to him.
No, but you calling him a coon.
He's cooning.
But would you want somebody to be around you?
Well, I didn't want to be around him. The girl, Nessa wanted us to take a photo for Colin Kaepernick, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the Audubon Ballroom where Malcolm X was killed.
Understood.
There's a bunch of black children there to learn about knowing your rights. It's not, who gives a fuck about what we got going on? We got to learn to separate the real from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a problem, like, the difference between niggas talking shit on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I see that. That's basketball court, competitive shit I would say on the football field to get in another nigga's head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not real. Real is when I want to go upside your head with a bottle, nigga, or I'm hoping something harmful happens to you. Well, there's not that kind of energy. It's not at all. And if there is, based on what? We both work for corporate companies. Like, we don't own these companies.
Not at all.
At all.
No stocks, no nothing.
Oh, of course there's stocks.
I mean, you know, I gotta say
crazy. But the stocks ain't worth shit. They're not worth a good goddamn at either one of the companies. We not bankrupt like them, but they bankrupt.
You can prove that they're bankrupt?
iHeart?
Yeah.
iHeart is notoriously bankrupt.
Wow. Ebro Darden right here live.
Like, that's not even a stab. That's like,
woo.
That's like they really have billions of dollars in debt that they can't fix. And the banks ain't bailing, like there's no end in sight. Like, people get fired there all the time. Like, and that was another thing that everybody was mad at me about, because I was like, you know, and congrats to them. They're on like 80 radio stations. They do very well nationally. But it's because the company is bankrupt because they couldn't pay other morning shows in those other markets. So people got fired, so they just took the show from New York and put it on a bunch of other radio stations. Not a shot. That's great for them. But it's indicative of what the company needed to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like, it's not a shot.
Because one of the stories I had heard, I don't know how accurate it is, and I heard you say it on the radio about, there was a potential of Charlamagne trying to get a show up here, or he's positioning himself.
Yeah, he reached his
he said
agent,
that wasn't true.
His agent, he's a liar. His agent, unless his agent don't talk to him, his agent reached out to the president of our company. The president of our company hit me and said, hey, Charlamagne wants to explore maybe a contract option. And I was like, let's explore it. And they were like, you would allow him to be at Hot 97? I was like, fucking absolutely. Absolutely. Matter of fact, he could be on Ebro in the morning. Right now. And my president of the company met with his agent and they had dialogue. And I even went to the president of my company and said, if this don't get figured out, I'm going to talk about it. He was like, that's fine.
Because he's saying that didn't happen. That could be another reason why he felt hostility when you were trying to...
No hostility.
I mean, not towards you,
I don't know. Look, the president of programming, Rick Cummings at Emmis, is 70 years old. I don't know why he would lie to me about meeting with Charlamagne's agent and Charlamagne's agent trying to explore options. Now, Charlamagne may not have been interested in the option and may just have used the option to get more money at iHeart. But I'm glad to help him get more money at iHeart by knowing he got another place if he want to come. Come on.
Wow. Joe Budden said on the podcast that you refused to come on his podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
Why? What is the issue?
Because I have my own. Why would I go to yours?
But Charlamagne was on his show. Other big celebrities have been on his show.
Charlamagne probably. What network is Joe Budden's little podcast on?
You saying little? Wow. I mean, podcast is part of the culture of hip hop.
Yes, absolutely. What network is it on?
I don't know. Maybe Loudspeakers. I've heard.
Boom. Who owns Loudspeakers?
Probably a white man.
Isn't no?
iHeart, right?
No.
Oh, hold on.
Who owns Loudspeakers?
I wouldn't know.
Somebody who used to or may still work at iHeart.
And because of that, that's the reason why you won't come up on his show?
No, I have my own platform. That's not why. I think I've been on podcasts that are on Loudspeaker Network.
Yeah, you've been on.
And by the way, Joe Budden has been on here.
Yeah.
So if y'all bring your just like y'all brothers, bring your little podcast up here to the big broadcast.
But podcasts are doing the numbers. They're putting out quality.
Which podcast?
I mean, a whole bunch of them.
They're doing great.
Yeah.
No, they're great. They are phenomenal. They are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's not this.
You don't think they're reaching the same level of audience?
No, they're not. Not numbers-wise.
Not numbers-wise?
Impact-wise, yes. Very impactful. And very impactful, very important. Not trying to take away the importance. And I think they're great. I think it's a great starting ground for people who want to get to the big boy.
Yeah.
It's a great starting ground.
Why hasn't a podcaster been up here as a personality? Is it
well, like who?
I mean, well, before Tax Stone would have been the perfect.
Tax Stone would have been great, but he lost his goddamn mind out here.
I mean,
me and Tax used to talk all the time. Then he turned left.
What do you mean he turned left?
He went at my lady and put my lady on his gram and started talking about his dick and doing all type of wild shit.
Wow, I didn't know.
That's the whole shit. So then the nigga want to talk tough. I'm like, nigga, what's up? Nigga, I slap the shit out of you. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna just talk about my family. Like, what's wrong with you? And we was cool. Like, he brought artists up here. He be promoting artists. We bring them up. Let's help. Like, boom, let's help out. Let's go. Bobby Shmurda, Naima Supreme, 2 Milli, Manolo Rose. Yes. That was all, Tax helping people. I'm with it. Let's go.
Wow, I didn't know he did that with your lady. I totally understand that.